Today's news.
Former Vice President subpoenaed.
Pence's first-hand description would be key.
Saving quake survivors.
There are still too many people who are under the rubble.
Super showdown. Eagles versus Chiefs. Good morning, I'm Steve Kathan with the CBS World News Roundup. A new twist in the federal investigations into former President Trump. CBS's Stephen Portnoy tells us information is being sought from Mike Pence.
Sources confirmed to CBS News that the former vice president has been subpoenaed by special counsel Jack Smith, who for months has been overseeing the Justice Department's investigation into a wide range of matters involving former President Trump. Reports indicate Smith is most interested in hearing from Pence about Trump's efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 election in the lead-up to the attack on the Capitol on January 6th.
Legal analyst Lori Levinson.
Mike Pence has said that he will cooperate, but he might feel more confident doing so with a subpoena. He can go back and say to Trump and others, look, I was compelled by a court order, by a subpoena, to provide this information.
It's 3 years in prison for Kevin Seafried, the Delaware man seen with a Confederate battle flag during the Capitol attack. He apologized in court. On that day, he threatened a black police officer with the flagpole. U.S. officials now say the Chinese spy balloon that was shot down last weekend apparently was trying to monitor nuclear command and control communications. CBS's Nancy Cordes.
FBI agents are now examining parts of the Chinese balloon that have already been fished out of the ocean. But the so-called payload, the crucial surveillance equipment, remains on the seafloor off the South Carolina coast.
The yeas are 419, the nays are 0.
The House voted unanimously to condemn what it called China's brazen violation of United States sovereignty.
I am so angry.
Lawmakers from both sides expressed alarm at a Senate hearing about the incident.
I don't want a damn balloon going across the United States when we potentially could have taken it down.
John Tester is the Democratic senator from Montana.
You guys have to help me understand why this baby wasn't taken out long before.
We think before we shoot.
Pentagon officials said they considered shooting it down over a remote part of Alaska, but were concerned, even then, about casualties.
More than 21,000 people have died in the earthquakes in Turkey and Syria. CBS's Chris Livesay says there's still a furious effort to reach trapped survivors.
Almost 100 hours since the earthquake, and time is running out. But not for 17-year-old Adnan Muhammad Korkut, an overjoyed mother, brother, and his rescuer. I have a son just like you, she says. I haven't slept for 4 days trying to get you out. Thank God you arrived, says the survivor. Such scenes are increasingly rare. But that's not stopping Bob George and his sniffer dog, Shadow, from USAID.
There could still be survivors here. We hope so, and that's why we're going to keep trying.
Searching for life and assessing the looming risks, says Caitlin Hannon.
I don't think it would come down right now, but you just never know with a secondary earthquake.
You never know.
Never know.
After an overnight manhunt, police in Falston, Maryland this morning arrested a man sought in connection with the wounding of 2 police officers in 2 separate shootouts yesterday. CBS's Nikki Batiste tells us a South Carolina jury has heard from friends of accused double murderer Alex Murdaugh.
Shocked, betrayed, mad.
Alex Murdaugh's best friend, Chris Wilson, said he felt betrayed when he discovered Murdaugh stole nearly $200,000 from him. That's in addition to the more than $5 million Murdaugh is accused of stealing from his law firm. Wilson testified that he confronted his friend.
Broke down crying and said, I'm sorry. I've had a drug problem. I'm addicted to opioids.
A few hours after that face-to-face meeting, which was nearly 3 months after the murders, Murdaugh told police he was shot in the head on the side of the road. Later, he admitted the incident was a botched suicide attempt to get $10 million in life insurance money for his surviving son, Buster.
4 minutes after the hour.
Excuse me. That's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill.